Okay, I was gonna make some iced coffee, so I thought I'd show you what I'm doing. This is iced coffee concentrate. And the reason you do this is because it's cold brewed and it is then less acidic and it's gentler on your tummy. Some say it's got a more potent kick, which I like that. And I think it tastes better, smoother, as well as because it's a concentrate, you put a whole bunch of milk in your iced coffee, which is my style. And you're not going to just end up with really watered down coffee, or like when you add ice cubes in, you're not watering it down so much. And it's nice to just have it cold waiting in the fridge. Super simple, okay? This is a 1/2 gallon 2-quart jar. You can scale this recipe up or down. The recipe will be linked below. So we put 1 cup of finely ground coffee. I quite often use an espresso. This is just a dark roast that Marius has. So we got a cup of this. Then we're just going to fill it up. Water. I have a Berkey, so that's what I'm using. Use tap water. Use whatever water you have. What I have is a Berkey, so that's what I'm using. Looks like the Berkey is getting a little empty because it is slow to fill today. I grind my coffee in the Vitamix. I used to grind it in a different blender that we had. Oh, it is very close to empty. Wow. Apparently I should have filled this up. I used to use an actual coffee grinder, but I found that you didn't really actually need to. Apparently I did not plan ahead for this. After I fill up a pot, fill up the Berkey. Please. So instead you guys get to watch me fill up this. See, they always do their chores with a happy heart. Pam, get out of there. Pam. See that happy heart, that nice sigh? Okay, normally this thing's a lot faster, but it was just like really empty.
Yeah.
Okay. That's filled. It refills really quickly though, like it'll strain quickly. Okay, Ham, what you get?
No.
You can do the other chicken bucket now. Where's the other bucket that you brought in? Ooh, you better go get the scrap bucket.
Bring that one out there while you do it, okay? Yeah.
So we give it a shake, and then it sits on the counter for 24 hours. Ham, go bring it to the pigs and then bring back both empty things, please. It's gonna sit on the counter. A couple times I'll give it a shake if I remember, but it's not a big deal if you forget. And in 24 hours, we're gonna strain this, and I will show you in 24 hours. We go through a serious amount of iced tea in our house. Marius drinks 1/2 gallon every day at work. It's great electrolytes for him, keeps him well hydrated. He works outside, he's a carpenter. He needs to be well hydrated. Otherwise he'll end up with heat stroke. Kate's iced tea is super popular among anybody who has tried it. I probably make 1 gallon of it a day on average. And it's simple. I'll link the recipe below, but we've actually simplified it even more. I no longer boil water. I use hot tap water, and that does it just fine. And then I don't have to boil water, wait for it to cool down, etc. So let's show you how we make this. So I've got 2 1/2-gallon jars. You can double this and use a gallon jar or whatever. This is what works well for us. In each jar, I put 1 black tea bag. You can use green tea or just more herbal tea. This is our very favorite flavor. The blog post shows you all sorts of different variations. This is our very favorite. And then this is peach tea, 2 bags to each one. Fat pinch of good salt. About 1/4 cup of honey. Can't waste that. Now lemon juice. You can use fresh lemon. You can use bottled lemon juice. Obviously, I don't actually measure anything. This is a couple tablespoons. We go through a lot of honey. Okay, now we simply bring this over to the tap. Like all this crazy real life going on here? So you can do this with cold water. I could do this with Berkey water. It kind of, with cold water or Berkey water, it takes a bit longer before the iced tea is ready. Kind of like all day, whereas this will be ready to have within a couple hours, and that's what I like. It's probably within an hour you can put it on ice and drink it. But we're gonna stir this up, we're gonna put lids on, and we're gonna put it in the fridge. So I'm just stirring to dissolve the honey and the salt.
Is it on?
Yep. And then into the fridge it goes. The real trick is there even space in the fridge? There we go. And that is how you make Kate's delicious iced tea. Another favorite summer drink of ours is lemonade, and we like honey sweetened lemonade. If I'm making it for a crowd, I'll use organic cane sugar, which is what sugar we use. Or if I'm making iced tea for a crowd, I'll also use the sugar just because honey is more expensive. And if people aren't even going to appreciate the fact that it's sweetened with honey, then I'm not going to bother. Like, some people appreciate the fact that it's sweetened with honey, and I'm going to sweeten it with honey. They'll appreciate it, that sort of thing. But if people aren't even going to really appreciate it, then you can have sugar. I mean, it's still like organic cane sugar, but anyways, couldn't be simpler. What you're going to do, half-gallon jar. Again, sizes up or down for a quart jar or a gallon jar or whatever. These are my absolute favorite. I put yogurt, coffee concentrate, iced tea, broth. I use these for so many things. I have probably dozens of them. Dry goods, all sorts of things. So we're gonna do 1/4 cup of lemon juice. You can do bottled or fresh lemon juice. I use bottled because it's quickest. We're gonna do a fat pinch of good salt. Yes, my crew, I'm making lemonade. So the nice thing about lemonade is, like, coffee's gotta sit for 24 hours. Iced tea's gotta sit for a few hours. This is ready within like 5 minutes. You can have this. So we got a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, about a 1/4 cup of honey, and then what we actually do is we do some hot tap water, or you can use it from the kettle, whatever you want. About a cup or two. And we're just gonna, you can either just give it a really good stir, or what I usually do, stir just enough that it's off the spoon. Get lit. You can do a little dance. Shake until the honey, so the hot water helps the, oh, she's awake, okay. Quick, finish up. The hot water helps dissolve the honey and the salt, or the sugar if you're using sugar. So once there's no more honey on the bottom of the jar, everything's all mixed. I'm gonna do cold water, fill up the jar the rest of the way, and this is now ready to serve. You can serve it as is, you can serve it on ice, You could add mint, you could add rose petals, you could add fresh lemon, you could make this with lime, you can add frozen fruit, you can customize this however you want.
Can I get some blackberries to put in it?
Sure, we could have blackberry lemonade. Sounds good. And now, we're gonna enjoy ourselves some lemonade.
This looks good. Can have a drink. Awesome.
There we have a super fancy looking drink. I mean, look how fancy that looks. That took like no time. And
Definitely.
honey, delicious. We love this. I love to be able to give my kids and their cousins and friends a nice, refreshing cold drink on a hot day that doesn't have any refined sugars, doesn't come from a package. It's stuff we already have in the house. It's so quick to whip up, and it's just nice to be able to enjoy a cold drink guilt-free. What did Mac make you?
A shield and a sword.
Wow. That's pretty nifty.
It took a lot of practice. He couldn't find the right tips and nails, and then Freya found him.
Okay, so it's been 24 hours. My coffee concentrate looks nice and dark and beautiful, and it's time to strain it. So I've got a clean jar here, and what I'm going to do, so I've got this canning funnel, and normally I would line this with a thin cloth, but we're going to try, I took the coffee filter out of our coffee maker, and we're going to see if this works. Haha, she is working. Figured this way I wouldn't have to clean that cloth. Okay, so that's all strained. I didn't think you needed to watch that strain. Isn't it beautiful? Look how dark it is. Yes! Okay, now we're gonna make us some iced coffee. Okay, so we got ourselves a pint jar, and we got a couple ice cubes in it. The ice cubes, their job is partially to chill it, but mostly just to agitate and make this nice and foamy and frothy. So we've got a couple ice cubes, and then I've got some good salt, and just like tiny pinch of good salt. This makes the difference. Don't skip it. So I'm gonna do some coffee. Maple syrup is my favorite. Honey doesn't really shake in, and maple syrup gives an excellent flavor. So about a tablespoon is what I like. Yeah, I can get you some iced tea in just a second, Freya. Now, milk. And you can use milk or cream, and basically you're just doing it to your desired color. And we're gonna put the lid on. And we go give it a shake. And you're gonna watch magic happen. Oh baby. Oh baby.
Is that? Yeah. That coffee now.
It's coffee now. It is frothy, delicious coffee now.
I mean, like coffee. Big coffee kid.
You're a coffee kid? Sorry, kid. This is all Mama's coffee. Just finished my lunch, and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this.
I haven't even had
I brought my iced coffee outside. Thought I'd sit here and enjoy it. And all my clothespins were in a bag, and then Freya put them in a bowl, and then the bowl is on the bench beside me, and I was like, oh, now they're just on the bench. No, the bowl is full of tadpoles.
Oh.
I just can't even explain things sometimes.